Rule 28, improper use of the mallet. What do you need to know about improper use of the mallet? Very generally speaking, you're responsible for your polo mallet at all times. So if you do anything with that mallet that is dangerous to someone else, that's probably going to be a foul against you. Okay, so the more common things with dangerous use of the mallet. A high hook. The mallet head of the hitter must be below his or her shoulder when it's hooked. You can hook a back shot as long as the mallet head of the hitter is below his or her shoulder. You cannot hook a near side back shot regardless. If the mallet head is in any position, you can't hook a near side back shot. But if it's on the downswing, you could hook a near side back shot. You just can't hook it on the windup. Okay, but you can hook an offside back shot on the windup as long as the mallet head is below the shoulder. It used to be the entire mallet, and the hand is always above the shoulder on the windup on a back shot, so that used to be a high hook. It is not anymore as of 2018, I believe. So remember that, okay? And that could be a great play. It could also give you a mallet in the face, so don't do it unless you're skilled and know what you're doing. Reaching across another horse to get the ball or to make a hook. So, you know, a cross hook would be reaching across another horse to hook the other player. A reaching foul would be reaching across another horse to get the ball. Can't do it. If the ball is in between the horses, you can do it. And we're watching for that. And these are easy ones for us to catch. So just be wary of that. Okay. What happens less often is hitting the ball outside the safety zone either recklessly or intentionally. So basically recklessly or worse. If you're clearing the ball and you hit a strong tail shot and it goes into the crowd, anything 10 yards on either side of the field is the safety zone. Anything outside of that, you're responsible for it. If it's within the safety zone, no, it wasn't hard enough. But if it is, and we'll give you a yellow card for that, no question about it, because the safety of the crowd is very important. If you do it accidentally and it's not reckless, you know, you just miscued and hit your cane and it went out. No, you're not going to get a yellow card for that. You won't even get a penalty. But if you do it with any kind of recklessness or intentionality, yes, you're responsible for that. Hitting your horse with the mallet. That happens all the time, and it happens in an innocuous way, and we're not that concerned about it. In college polo, they are, because they're other people's horses, so they're very strict on that. That's a different video. But hitting your own horse, if you hit the ball and your mallet taps your horse a little bit on the legs, we're not going to even pay attention to that. But if you hit your horse with your mallet, kind of like using your mallet as a whip or something like that, or a lot of players will do this little thing where they just tap the back, of the butt of the horse. It's just a bad habit, nothing more. You'll get called for that, and it's a very foolish thing to get a penalty for because it's just a bad habit. So don't do it. And if you know you're doing it, try to make a conscious effort not to do it. After you get called the third or fourth time for that, you'll make a conscious effort not to do it because it's a silly foul. You can only play polo with the mallet in your right hand. I think the last of the left-handed players have stopped playing, but I might be wrong about that. I did know a couple of the lingerers, and I have played against a player back in the day that played with his left hand, and it was very difficult to umpire and to play against him. It's a really strange thing. So anyway, you have to play with the mallet in your right hand. Okay, hitting the ball after the whistle. That's a foul. And if you do it and it hurts someone or it hurts a horse, you're supposed to be red carded and thrown out right away. So this is very serious. The Rules Committee is not joking around about this one. That usually doesn't happen. A lot of times what will happen is a player just won't hear the whistle because it's a windy day and he'll make another shot or so and it doesn't hurt anybody. We generally won't penalize you for that because you didn't hear. But if a player is angry, and I have run across angry players who hit the ball hard after they get called for the foul because they're just angry. And then they say, well, I didn't hear the whistle. Not going to fly. I'm going to yellow card you for that because you're being a jerk. So don't do that. If it's done by accident, fine. We're human beings. You're human. We get it. The reason is most players will hear the whistle because we're pretty close to the play, and they'll stop playing. And as soon as you stop playing and let your guard down, you're not ready for a ball coming into your face or your horse or anything else. So we go as far as once you hear the whistle, don't touch the ball. We don't want you tapping it to us or helping us out or bringing it up to to the penalty line, we'll pick it up. We have pickup sticks and we'll place it. So just don't even touch it. There are some situations in very relaxed tournaments where there's, you know, the ball is in the corner of the field and there's a player out there and he says, I'll hit it off for you. And if we say fine, that's fine. You know, we're not crazy about this sort of thing. But once you hear the whistle, stop playing. Remember, our prime directive is safety, and anything that is unsafe, we're going to address it immediately. Okay, so that's basically improper use of the mallet. Watch your neck shots. If your neck shot comes around and endangers the other player at all, we're going to call that, and you might even get a yellow card if it's bad enough. If your neck shot comes across a little bit and it does not do anything, hurt anybody, we're not going to call it. And if you can appeal for it and whine about it all you want, but if we don't feel it's dangerous, it's not a foul. Remember, we have the discretion to call fouls or not call fouls, or to decide what is and what isn't a foul based upon the danger and our discretion as far as if it's dangerous or not. So remember, your umpire has a wide range of discretion, and we're watching. Now, we are human, so maybe you disagree with us, and that's that. But we're going to do our job. So that's it for improper use of the mallet.